So students, if you go through the NCERT, the excretory products and the elimination chapter 19, you will find the first page itself talks about various types of excretory substances or the excessive substances which body need to get rid of so that it can maintain osmoregulation in the body. Then it talks about that the nitrogenous wastes are ammonia, urea and uric acid are the major forms of nitrogenous wastes. And then it also talks about that ammonia is one of the most toxic form, so it needs a large amount of water and it needs a quick release because it is toxic for body. Uric acid, being least toxic, can be removed with the help of minimum loss of body. And after this, the NCERT talks about that various animals which either perform ammonia release or urea release or uric acid release. So let's continue from here itself. Then the wastes which are possible are nitrogenous waste, or otherwise the nitrogenous wastes are basically ammonia. We may have amino acids also removed by some animals, then urea and uric acid. And then there are non-nitrogenous wastes, for example carbon dioxide, we have sulfates, phosphates coming out of body, even alcohol. So these are called as the non-nitrogenous waste. Now let's understand the details of the nitrogenous waste. We all know ammonia, as I read from the NCERT also. Ammonia is formed from the excessive amino acids. So body of the animal, we all know body of the animals can easily store fats, easily store carbohydrates, but the body is unable to store excessive amount of amino acids. So the protein, there is a level for how much protein can be there in the form of muscles. So finally protein is not able to be stored in the body. So what exactly happened to protein is it is broken down into amino acids, and then these amino acids which are obtained from the digestive tract, excess of these amino acids are metabolized through oxidative deamination. The process is called as oxidative deamination. Now this means there is a step called as oxidation followed by removal of amine group. That means enzyme involved should be called as oxidase enzyme and deaminase enzyme. So two steps are involved in the amino acid to be modified into a normal organic acid plus a molecule of ammonium. So ammonia is thus synthesized because of oxidation and deamination of the excessive amino acids, due to which amino acid breaks down into a normal organic acid and a molecule of ammonia. In the same manner, there are some now another point which I read from the NCERT, ammonia is toxic, highly toxic and highly soluble in water. So that's why ammonia needs to be removed out as early as possible. It is, and remember, kidney plays no role in the ammonia to be released, because ammonia is basically the type of waste material in the lower form of organism, and especially the aquatic, because I just said that it needs a lot of water for removal. It is highly soluble in water. So the animals which have no problem of water availability, that means aquatic lifestyle. So only those organisms which have aquatic lifestyle, they tend to have a monotelic type of excretory system. So the ammonium is supposed to be immediately removed from body and with the help of a lot of water, and ammonia it goes out. That's why such animals are called as amonotelic animals, and such a mechanism of excretion is called as amonotelism. Now the next one is the amino acids. We all know in the same manner that excess amino acids in some animals they are able to release the amino acid itself out of the body, so they don't waste their machinery to perform oxidative deamination. They simply release the amino acids out. For example, there are some mollusks, there are some echinoderms which are able to release amino acids out. And remember, amino acid type of excretory system is called as aminotelism, and such animals are called as aminotelic organism. Now let's compare this also. Amonotelism, it is because ammonia is highly toxic and is highly soluble in water, so it needs a lot of water to be excreted. That's why water availability should not be in scarcity, it should be abundantly available. And remember that energy, very little energy is required in this conversion of amino acid into ammonia. Very less energy is required in these two steps of oxidation and deamination, and followed by, remember that ammonia cannot be stored in the body. But when you compare with this amino acids are non-toxic in nature. There is no energy required in their formation, and then remember amino acids are also soluble in water, and they happen to form because of breakdown of excessive protein, because proteins cannot be stored in body. And remember, this also needs a lot of water, not so much, but still compared to the ammonia it needs lot of water, and then lesser compared to ammonia. And remember, ammonia cannot be stored in body, but amino acids can be, to some extent, can be stored inside the body. The next one is the urea. Now, most animals convert, maximum of the animals, higher especially, will convert their toxic ammonia into the less toxic form, which is called as urea. Now, we need to remember urea is also soluble in water. Urea is also soluble, but it is less soluble in water. And remember, this conversion of ammonia into urea occurs in the liver, inside the liver cells, which are called as hepatocytes. And inside the hepatocytes, this process occurs in mitochondria, and the process is called as Ornithine Cycle. So ammonia, two molecules of ammonia react with one molecule of carbon dioxide by the Ornithine Cycle in the cells present in liver called as hepatocytes inside their mitochondria. This concept was explained, or this cycle was explained by Krebs and Henseleit, and during this process two molecules of ammonia react with carbon dioxide to form a molecule of urea.